Hello everybody and welcome back to City Skylines, where we are still working on getting the initial portions of our campus district set up, and we've still got a fair amount of work to do on that. So let's just get straight on down to it, and I'm just going to run the highway all the way up to there, and then all the way to there. Excellent. And then we're going to need to do these interchanges at some point in the near future, but that's going to be kind of interesting. And by that I mean I have no idea how it's going to work over here with the slight water issue. Also, we've got faster than light going on, which is always nice, and this road is a wee bit flooded, but that's okay. This road is not intended to be driven upon, technically speaking. Okay, so I think we're just going to curve this, honestly. So we want to have this be exiting here, right? So let's go ahead and use the curve tool. And we want it to be here. So we want to curve it kind of like that. And then we want this tool, or we want rather... Is that too far away from the center? I think that's too far away from the center. Let's go with right here. Curve that in like that. And of course it's going the wrong way. We'll deal with that in a moment. We want to bring this in 90-degree angle, like so. Voila. Okay, let's make sure this is going the correct direction. That tends to help. And technically, we don't even need to do an interchange over here. So we now run our highway directly in a straight line. Ooh, that is not a straight line. More like this. That's better on the straight line department. Just waiting for a little bit of money to come in. We also appear to be losing some population. I'm not entirely sure why they are unhappy. It may be the number of unfinished projects. There are rather a large number of those. But we're not losing very many. There is some residential and industrial demand, and we should probably consider going ahead and expanding our residential area over here. In fact, I'm going to do that now. We don't need to build the entire meta block, because I don't want to have any death cascade stuff going on. That would be awkward. We're just going to take this to here. And there we go. Besides, I don't think we can even fit the full meta block. But we'll do a block and a half over this direction. We don't need a huge amount of residential, but they do want some. So we'll go ahead and do this. And then, of course, there's that small industrial problem. We'll maybe extend the tree district out this way for uneducated jobs, and we'll replace that later on. Once we have too few uneducated workers. Yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. So let's go ahead and do the same thing over here and extend this down. Is that the... Nope, it was one more block that we extended the residential. There we go. So we'll just do something along the lines of this. As the Crusader Kings music makes me want to play Crusader Kings. Crusader Kings 3 is coming out eventually. We are certainly not going to be playing Crusader Kings 3 in the Ethiopia playthrough. That is definitely going to be in CK2, but there will probably be a CK3 playthrough. Ooh, I messed this up. There will definitely be a CK3 playthrough eventually. Hopefully that game turns out good. That said, I don't like the look of the UI so far. But hopefully that's just a temporary UI thing. Okay, let's just go ahead and extend the tree district. That'll do for now. And here we go. You can have some more trees. Perfect. That ought to keep them happy for a while, right? I hope. Now back to our actual work. Okay. We still technically don't have enough to do what I was trying to do here, which was this. Although now we do. and it's going the wrong way. Let's just flip that around. Perfect. And then we are going to do the same thing right here, but we need money for that. So let's just wait for some money to come in, and in the meantime, we have some water issues because I am an idiot. Okay, so let's just go ahead and run this water pipe where it's supposed to be. There we go. We'll connect up this water pipe. That is not where that's supposed to be at all. What is wrong with me? There we go. That's a bit more like it. There. That should deal with the water issues, and that should keep them happy for a while. Fantastic. Yeah, they're happy I'm supporting the timber industry. That won't continue forever. We are, of course, going to need to find a more permanent home for the solar power plant and the fire helicopter depot. I'm guessing over here in our pollution district, also known as the tourism district, because we force all of the through traffic to go right next to our high pollution area. I'm sure that's, you know, absolutely wonderful for people's perception of our city.
Our coffee technicians are trained to make a variety
Excellent.
of coffees and sugary coffee themed drinks.
Okay,
just as you like.
so next up, we of course need to get this done.
So drink up and let the
So let's take this directly to right here.
Burn bean coffee.
Now I would like to take this directly across, like so. And the same thing here. There we go. Then we'll use the curve tool to just curve this right on in. We have a money issue. Also known as I have a patience issue. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Square Packages, the packaging specialists, are proud to present.
Okay, so let's see here. We can't really get a quick infusion. That's probably for the best.
Family rivalry that nearly destroyed it. It's a tale about opening your heart.
And then the question becomes, as far as purchasing other territory goes, I mean, we're going to need these two plots, probably these, and then like this and this.
You have to look outside the box.
Do we go on the mainland at all? I don't know. Also, what is the end point of this particular series? This is a very open-ended game, unlike a lot of the others that I play where there is a definite end point. Maybe we'll just go until I'm tired of it. That's an interesting thought. Or until you guys are tired of it, or some combination thereof. In the meantime, we can go ahead and hook this up. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so the question now becomes, what do we actually do for on-off ramps over here? Because we're not planning on having standard a standard road grid in here, right? Because we're planning on doing like a just campus district. And so there'll be a lot of like footpaths and weirdness, general weirdness. Clouds, go away. I'm trying to look at things. Okay, so this is definitely coming along. It's kind of getting difficult to see at this time of day, though, unless I go at this angle. What is this? Not enough customers. Fair enough. Well, we're working on generating additional customers down over here. Excellent. Very low demand on anything right now. So let's just take a quick look at our districts here. We have no real way to get here other than going this way. We're going to have to do some on-off ramps in a bit, but let's take a quick look at our... I know there's an educational specialization here somewhere. Is it just in here? Okay, so this is a campus area here. That's an industry area, so we'll just create ourselves a campus area. And the question is, how do we actually do this? So, I'm just going to make the campus area be, like, directly along here. This is not very clean, but it's good enough. And we'll fill that in. That's the campus area there. Build an administration building to assign a campus area type and allow it to level. Building an administration building starts the academic year cycle. It also acts as a hub for city services. That's going to cost 30,000, which we do not have right now. So we will get to that in a bit, once we have a little more money. In the meantime, we should probably do a few on-off ramps. So let's just go ahead and, hang on, regular road tool. Do this. Excellent. This pillar is awkward. So we'll need to redo this highway. Slope too steep. Wonderful. Okay, we'll do that. Slope too steep for that, but that works. Excellent. And then we connect up the highway. Perfect. Now for this side. Same exact thing. There we go. That slope too steep, but that is fine. We have the same exact pillar issue over here. And we can actually build the highway here this time, so that's great. And we gotta go to there. Okay. So now they can get on and off there. I do think that we should probably build standard roads like this. Like, we should take a road all the way down to here, and then have a standard road coming in like so, so we can have proper on-off ramps. And then we'll decide what we want to do in these little alcoves, maybe like housing for the campus? Maybe. We've got some pillar issues going on over here, though. So we're going to need to do that in a moment. Are they pillar issues all the way across? No, they seem to be fine. This is a slight issue, though. There we go. Yeah, there. Now it's set up correctly. Okay, let's go ahead and knock back those highways so that we can get these set up. That's not accurate. This isn't where this is supposed to be at all. It's supposed to be right here. Followed by right here. Followed by right one up. Right here. There we go. That was weird. And of course we cannot build on water. But we can do this and almost connect it up. Yeah, cannot build on water. Fair enough. Okay, let's get this highway in with correct pillars this time. And we need money. Of course we do. Well, that's still decent progress. I'll take it. Absolutely nobody's going up here because there's nothing up here. That's to be expected, I suppose. We're going to need to continue extending down this way a little bit, but there's only so far we can go before we start hitting this beach area, which we should probably attempt to avoid. We could take a road, potentially down like this, and then attempt to, like, take a road down this way. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3 blocks, 4, 5, and then this would be the double length block. So this one would be the 960. And then we could use the curve tool to kind of match this curve. Like, I don't know what this curve will end up looking like. But that's not quite what I'm looking for. I'm really bad at using the curve tool. But we can do something kind of like that-ish. And then connect this in via some form of a curve. Kind of like that. It's kind of weird looking, but it's not the worst. That could work. And that means that we can then finish off the meta block. This is going to be a little wacky, of course. Yeah, definitely. I think we just connect that in like that, honestly. And then we can connect this in. A slope too steep. Interesting. If we take that like this, that's giving us slope too steep as well. And I see why. Interesting. We take this directly back like that. I suppose we could destroy this section. Run that down to there. Use the curve tool, something along the lines of... no, I hate that. Kind of like that. And then... like that. That gives us some beachfront property, some awkward beachfront property. But some beachfront property nonetheless, like cliff-front property. I like it. Can we connect this in? This one's too short. Okay, we can do that. Perfect. This is certainly awkward. There's no doubt about that. Do something like that. That's very, very awkward indeed. I kind of actively hate that. We get rid of that one, but we keep these others. Something along the lines of this? Question mark? Then this connects directly in. It's giving space already occupied because of the curve. I figured this would be awkward. I mean, we can bring this in like that. Kinda works. And then just leave it. It definitely gets awkward. There's no doubt about that. And then this would be theoretically where the highway would go, but anyway, I think that's good for now, so I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. Leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and next episode, we're going to start properly working on the campus area. See you all then.